play the game with the people that writing the rules. Ain't the fame that I'm after when paying the dues. I've been through the pain that's reflected in the attitude. Might be winning now, but the thing is that I had to lose. So go and tell me what you really want to do. And lonely at the top, cause there ain't a lot of room. Ain't no other option, that's all I ever knew. So I'ma get it poppin', you know how I'ma do. Up and down through the blood and the sweat. Guarantee you can know I'm a threat. Up and down through the blood and the sweat. And I ain't close to being done yet, I'm going all in. Yeah, I'm going all in. And I ain't close to being done yet, I'm going all in. Yeah. They know I'm going all in. Through the blood and the sweat, y'all know we ain't close to being done yet, I'm going all in. I've been down from the jump. Ain't no love lost, we just really doing us. Go and take your seat, looking silly getting up. Y'all know what it is, let me tell them what it was. It was 24/7 on the grind, one thing at a time. Hard to understand, kind of person got the state of mind. We was making moves every day, getting things in line. You could go and say what you want, but believe that up and down through the blood and the sweat. Guarantee you can know I'm a threat. Up and down through the blood and the sweat. And I ain't close to being done yet, I'm going all in. Yeah, I'm going all in. And I ain't close to being done yet, I'm going all in. Yeah. They know I'm going all in. Through the blood and the sweat, y'all know we ain't close to being done yet, I'm going all in.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on, man? I appreciate y'all jumping on board tonight. This is Hurricanes Unfiltered Live. We're episode 17. We are in the building. Sorry, I'm a little bit late, yo. I mean, look, I live in a house with 3 kids, a wife, a father-in-law. I take care of everybody. I do everything. Don't tell my wife, but I do everything, and I gotta be always at call. I've been trying to get prepared for the podcast, and I had to watch the baby, 19-month-old, for the last 90 minutes to 2 hours, which prevented me from sitting in front of the computer to get prepared for this podcast. I am prepared, but like prepared with graphics and such, and me, the stuff and all that, what have you. But I'm on Cuban time, people. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? I'm on Cuban time. This is Cubano. Cuban time here, baby. Let's see here, man. You like the schedule but hate the time, and what would you prefer? Tell me. I mean, hey, let me know. What would you prefer? Well, is this time and date not good for Hurricanes Unfiltered Live? I can adjust it. The reason I put it on Monday, honestly, was because I have a show every Sunday night called Sunday Night Heat with my partner Ben Daniel, who is up out of Jersey. We will be doing a lot of Yankees baseball. Actually, probably going to be renaming it for baseball season because we did a lot of women's basketball, and now we're gonna be jumping into Yankees baseball. But let me know. I mean, because I do a live every Wednesday with Nick Taylor, former CFL, 3-time CFL champion. And so you tell me, because I did it for Monday really because of Sunday, and then it was after football. So okay, I'm being asked a question, of course, while I'm in the middle of a podcast. Please stop using the washcloths of RJ. Go talk to Gabby. I don't know. Oh, you don't like the schedule? The schedule. Oh, for the football team. Oh, my bad. But yeah, no, the schedule was dropped today. I'm not a fan of it. I think it's dangerous. It's a dangerous type of schedule. And we will get into it. What the hell is you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I think Miami's gonna have to go 12-0 or 11-1. Like they can't go any more than 11-1, and 11-1 would be losing to Notre Dame. That's really what it comes down to. You cannot afford to lose an ACC game this year because the schedule is such complete. I mean, I'm gonna be blunt. The schedule sucks. Schedule sucks. Like unless you have some shocks that come out of this thing, and you have Clemson revert to being Clemson, and Pitt be good again this year, which I don't really expect them to be all that great. And then North Carolina shows up like, a decent team. The schedule arguably does suck, and that is something that yeah, that schedule is pretty pathetic. Like when they dropped South Carolina and kept Central Michigan, I was like, why? Like, and I know it was a mutual thing and all that stuff, but it hurts us a lot more than it hurts South Carolina because of the fluffery of the SEC and how they will get gifted 10 ranked teams when the season starts. So then what they get to do is, as I said last year, they get to beat each other and flip around and just go back and forth with each other, get their gifted wins, get their ranking that doesn't ever change because they just, oh, quality win, quality loss. But, God forbid, if you have a team in the ACC that starts off 6-0 or 5-0, they might still not even be ranked. And that is one of the biggest problems that exists with it's one of the biggest problems that exists with this whole situation. I hate the 12-team playoff. I wish they would have moved it to 16, but this is like a dick swinging contest between the Big Ten and the SEC. The ND schedule for next season, they have these people in the top 10 and some. I mean, yeah. Notre Dame is projected to be where they are because they play nobody. I mean, their toughest game will be Miami at home, and they travel to BYU, but I mean BYU sucks. Like we need to stop this. We saw what happened when BYU played a decent team. They got the shit kicked out of them. They're not good, and they're not on that level of good. They beat no one that was good out of conference. Their whole schedule was based on beating a bunch of freaking conference opponents. Heck, they nearly lost to Colorado. So yeah, I think a large part of why Notre Dame is being projected where they're projected is because the schedule they got next year is awful. It's really bad. So, and they get their toughest game at home in November when it's 35 degrees outside. So it's definitely they got a gift. They got a gifted schedule. Again, they got Stanford and Boston College and Syracuse, and I mean they do have SMU, but they play them at home as well. So you look at their schedule and the vaunted Navy, Purdue, and the like. Michigan State, I think, is on their schedule. Um, but yeah, it's a shit. Um, but yeah, Miami schedule did drop today, but we will get into that, folks. We got obviously there's some stuff that was sent out by Dennis Smith, Miami's whatever general manager or whatever the hell you call it. I mean, it's their executive director. Um, he dropped a never a sprint, always a marathon. Dude, it's like they need to not do this shit. They need to not do this shit. So Kevin Jennings left SMU. I'm sure Brett Lashley will find somebody to replace him. Um, where did he go off to? Wait, he is going back. No, SMU QB is going back to SMU. I'm looking. Oh, that was a month ago. Did that change? Did that change? I mean, I'm looking at it here and it still says that he's at SMU, so I'm not sure exactly. It still lists him at SMU quarterback. So this is his Instagram page. Um, but yeah, uh, keep the adults off of social media. Can we keep the adults off of social media? Because this cryptic stuff on here is silly. Um, we've known. eh, We, if you had any sense, you knew the whole deal with Darian Mensah was a money deal. It had nothing to do with winning. It had nothing to do with him being there. It had nothing to do with anything. It had to do simply 1,000% with simply had to do with one thing, and that was how much they were gonna get paid. And they wanted their buyout. They wanted their bread. They wanted to know how they wanted to force Miami to pay for it, and that's fine, and that's expected. But they did it in a way that was like just greasy. People could say, "Oh, well, Miami is tampering." All these schools are tampering. Like we could cut. Let's cut the crap now. All of these schools are tampering. They are tampering left and right. That is what happens when you have a system that has no rules. So don't cry about some shit if everybody's doing it, because everybody's doing it. This isn't like, hey, mom. No, but he's not putting that message out. He's not putting okay. He's not putting that message out for kids. He's putting that message out for us. He's putting that message to us, the grown folks who are sitting on the edge of our seats waiting to find out, is this shit done yet? There are people that literally believe and really believe that he's not going to be in Miami. Like, there are people that were worried about this. See, Duke's NIL contract literally says this is not an employment contract. Then what the hell are we doing here? Then what are we doing here? If it's not an employment contract, then what are we doing here? We all know that you're just trying to get a payout. Listen to this, folks. Duke plays in a stadium that has 40,000 seats, and they could not put in 25,000 people in that game between Duke and Wake Forest that sent Duke to the ACC championship game. Think about that for a second. On their home field, 25,000 people. They could not put that in their building. This wasn't about Mensah's not going to bring more money to that school by playing there. Their attendance is going to suck whether he's there or not. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You think people are going to be out there going and buying Darian Mensah jerseys at Duke? Man, they're buying Cameron Boozer jerseys. That is a basketball school, 1,000% through and through. It will never be a football school. So, like, cut the crap. Cut the crap. He would have to sell 60,000 plus jerseys to even get to some number that is. I mean, if you do the math on 60,000 jersey sales, I think they're like $130 times 130. That's $7.8 million. Like, that would be what you need to sell just to get your money back on NIL. Like, you're not profiting on this shit. I know. I understand. I get it. I get it. You have to sell. Like, you think? I don't think he would sell 60,000 jerseys to us. I don't think he would sell 60,000 jerseys to us. He'd be lucky to sell 5,000 jerseys up at Duke. So they're just looking for a number. What that number is, I don't know. I'm not going to speculate. I'm sure it's probably a couple $1 million because they're not getting it on ticket sales. They're not getting it on TV. They're not getting it on freaking merch. They're not getting anything. They're not going to a playoff game. They're not. I mean, stop the cap, man. And the fact that as soon as the motion was filed to move the hearing up, and a day later we're talking about, 2 days later they're in conversation. This isn't even to have a hearing on Thursday, people. It's going to be done by tomorrow. If it's not done by tomorrow, I'd be flabbergasted. It's definitely not going to be a hearing. There won't be a hearing. They're going to lose. They're going to lose the hearing. They don't want to win the hearing. If they win the hearing, this court will change the course of college football potentially. This is some shit that will end up going to the state Supreme Court and potentially the U.S. Supreme Court. And I'm not a lawyer, but I understand the process. I work with lawyers for a living. I mean, I stayed at a Howard Johnson Holiday Inn last night, so I am knowledgeable in this stuff. I hope they got the joke because there's a commercial about that. But we're sitting here right now, and this thing would not end in a state court. This thing would end up in the North Carolina Supreme Court, or potentially just be bumped up to the U.S. Supreme Court, because this is massive. This would have massive implications in the entire industry. In the entire industry. Which fake On3 dude? He's committed to the UN, but he's always puts fake shit out there. Which guy is that? Which guy is that? I don't know which one that is. Is there a specific one? I mean, I know the guy Piquel who does the podcast. I don't know, but they have some other ones. I know that, but that's the guy I mainly watch. But the implication of winning that would be catastrophic for college football, because at that point, then what are you giving scholarships for? You need to have a damn union. You need a collective bargaining agreement. You need to have salary structure. You need to have caps. You need to have you need a salary cap, obviously. You need insurance. You need 401k. You need pension. Like, we are talking about a different ball of wax here. The people that are number 75 on your depth chart, whoever's like the typical white dude on the team of a good team who doesn't play very much, that guy got to get paid too. I don't know how much the fourth string linebacker's making at Miami. or whatever school. But those dudes are going to have to start getting paid too, like real paid. Real paid. Like you're not going to get paying a guy like Jeremiah Smith $4 or $5 million and then pay the guy at the end of the bench $3,000. Like that's not how that shit's going to work. So they can't. They're not going to win. They don't want to win. They just want money. And I found it really odd the way some people were trying to explain it. I mean, there was a couple of ones that I saw that no, they knew what they were talking about. They're lawyers. I mean, any lawyer involved in this thing, they knew what the hell was going on. This is just a cash grab. This is a cash grab. No, hey, Greg, real shit. FSU has to be good. Like we need to stop this. I know you hate we hate FSU. We dislike FSU. Miami needs FSU to be good. This shit's becoming. This is a problem. This is a problem in the conference. To not have a second legitimately good team in conference, like one that people respect nationally, it is a problem. Like Florida State, for as shitty as they were record-wise, they were still probably the second or third most talented team in the ACC this year. Talented. Now, winning on the field based on talent alone does not happen. We all know that. I mean, we all know that we are more talented than Indiana was, but they had a bunch of grandpas on their team, and we had some younger people. I'm sure there's someone from Hoosier Nation that's going to be triggered by my statement right there. But it's one of those things where I think you need to have at least a second team in there that you play on a year-to-year basis. I mean, look, man, we all know what it is. It's fun when both Miami and FSU are good. If FSU had run off and been like 9-3 or 10-2, they're a top 25 team. People would have the national narrative would have been different at the end of the year. Oh, FSU was good. Remember, FSU beat Bama. They still beat Bama. They beat the brakes off of Bama. So there's a whole lot of things that go into, yes, the ACC needs teams to be good, but at the same time, we have to stop the narrative, the national narrative that says, oh, SEC is amazing. These motherfuckers went 2-9 in the bowl games. It was like 2-9. And in the playoffs, they beat each other. Did the SEC beat anybody in the playoffs? Alabama beat Oklahoma, SEC. Ole Miss beat Tulane. Okay, that doesn't count. And then Ole Miss beat Georgia. And then Bama got crushed by Indiana. And then Miami beat Ole Miss. And Miami beat Texas A&M. So the SEC went 1-4 in the playoffs. They won a grand total of one game, and that was against Tulane. And they want to sit here and puff their chest. And when the season starts next season, and I'm looking at these rankings that have already come out, these early rankings, and you got 10 SEC teams ranked in the top 25 again. I don't want to hear that they're not being put in, they're not in the top 5 for national championship, gambling lines, but there's still 10 teams in the top 25, and there'll be 7 or 8 from the Big Ten, and there might be 1, maybe 2 from the ACC, maybe 2. Like you almost have to hope now that Alberto Mendoza makes Georgia Tech good, but then you know what happens? We don't play Georgia Tech. We'd have to play Georgia Tech in the ACC championship game. And I don't foresee him making Georgia Tech some national power. Like it's just a big problem. And this big dick swinging contest between these two conferences, utterly ridiculous, man. Utterly ridiculous. Oh, I want 16. I want 24. What the hell do you need 24 teams in a playoff for? Well, for what? You want to have 7, 8 teams from the Big Ten in the playoffs? So we're going to have a 7-6 team in the playoffs? Is that where we're going? 8-4 team in the playoffs? Is that where we're going? They don't belong. Whether you're in whatever conference you're in, if you're 8-4, you do not belong in the playoffs. Period. And so we're still stuck with 12. But no. We got to make sure Notre Dame's protected. So Notre Dame ranked in the top 12, they will make the playoffs. And somebody will get the big anal probing that they don't deserve. And then we're still going to have one of these G6 trash cans take up the number 12 spot potentially to get blown out by the 5 seed. And then we're going to complain again about how, oh my God, the bye is affecting the 1 through 4. The college football playoff committee is on levels of retarded that makes no sense. Like, these people are supposed to be smart, educated individuals, but man, they are dumb as fuck. Bluntly, they can't get anything right. And I don't know who makes the final call as to the numbers, because I know these are all basically athletic directors and a couple of other people. But the idea is to get it right, not to make it where it's all slanted in one direction to one conference or two conferences. It's utterly ridiculous, man. It's just ridiculous. So we're stuck with the 12 teams, and Notre Dame gets a free pass because they have a dumpster fucking schedule. Tell you what, if Notre Dame does not beat BYU, at least BYU, they ain't gonna make the playoffs. Because if Miami beats Notre Dame and BYU beats Notre Dame will not make the playoffs. They will not make the playoffs 10-2 with the rest of that garbage can schedule. Like, not a chance in hell. And that would be hilarious to me. I would find that so freaking funny. And then they'll make it 16 teams. And then they'll make it 16. Then they'll find a way to get Notre Dame in there one way or the other. FSU's gonna suck this year. Yeah, FSU's gonna suck. They're gonna be so bad. Their quarterback is God. He's like, who the hell? Ashton Daniels?
Actually, yeah. Auburn.
So let me tell you something. I got a bunch of friends that are Knowles guys that went to Florida State, graduated from Florida State. The people that own my company are all FSU graduates. They're nauseous right now about what's happening at Florida State. They're so sick. They're like, I had one of my chief business officers who I'm real tight with. He says to me last week, he says, this shit is so miserable. It's so much misery for me. Like, I got nothing. He said I got nothing left. He says, if FSU is not good at football, I've got nothing left. Nothing left. Like, he's broken. He's broken. He's emotionally broken right now. I've got nothing left. No, I have to laugh at him, but I mean, the way he said it was like, it was almost like he's on suicide watching shit. He's not, but it's like he's almost on a suicide. You better be watching him because it ain't gonna be pretty, you know. Let me go back to a couple of the comments right here. With Mensah and Miami, with wide receivers that we got, it could. I think it very well could look like the Cam Ward offense. I think you're gonna see a different offense, but I do think at the same time, you don't want to leave your identity of what you are or what you're trying to be, you know, because I'll tell you this: if Mark Fletcher looks like he looked in the playoffs for the duration of a season, this guy could be a Heisman candidate. Like, legitimately can be a Heisman candidate. I mean, he looked unbelievable in the playoffs. I give him so much credit, man. He looked like a different guy, just a different guy. Like, what? Like, where did this? Like, he found like another gear of speed that we hadn't seen. Like, it was just a different level, you know. And so I think that was. So you want to still maintain that aggression, because that aggression, that physicality is why we played for a national championship. I mean, let's just keep it real. Because we had the offensive guy last year, the offensive team last year, and we couldn't get in. And I mean, quite frankly, I don't think we would have advanced to the national championship with that defense. That defense would have gotten, we could have won a game potentially, but we also could have lost. We also potentially could have lost a game like 55-48, some type of shit like that. And then we'd be completely disgusted. Yeah. Vegas has definitely destroyed sports, and you know, it is what it is. Like, we have to get used to it. Yeah, what makes them special is nothing. They've been, the NCAA and the teams and all that, they've given this school a pass until they all buck the fuck up and say, we're not having this shit anymore. They're gonna keep doing what they want until these teams around the country say, we're not playing you anymore. Like, we're not gonna play you anymore. You're not gonna have special rules. They have their own TV contract. They share with nobody. I think it's like $50 million from NBC, Peacock, per year. No one has that. So there's nothing that to incentivize them to be in a conference. The only way they can be incentivized to be in a conference is if no one in the Power Four plays them, and their schedule is filled with a bunch of bums in G6 conferences. If that happens, then they don't have a choice. Like they would have no choice but to make that decision because otherwise they're gonna keep doing what they're doing. And they're gonna ride that we won a bunch of titles under Newt Rockne in 1932, 1943, for eternity. They've got one ring in 50 years. There's another school in Indiana that's got as many rings as they got in the last 60 years. That's called Indiana University. I mean, we couldn't even do them the favor and beat these guys so that Notre Dame could still have some respect in their own state. Understand that the center for Indiana was at Notre Dame last year. He transferred. Like, think about that for a second. Think about that for 1 second. Can you imagine a starting center leaving Notre Dame? I mean, this guy was a starter at Notre Dame at center, and he left Notre Dame to go to Indiana. Is that not the biggest double middle finger that you could ever see in your life? That's bananas. Pat Coogan bailed on Notre Dame to go to Indiana. So I think that tells you that maybe they're not that goddamn special anymore, but unfortunately, that's not the way that the teams in this country look at it, and they keep on scheduling, giving them a pass. I hope that Clemson gets better because we play them this year, but we got to go up there and kick their ass. It's still a tough place to play, always in Death Valley. You got to go up there and win. Definitely, we need to have our own linemen. These guys are going to be a little bit younger, but they're not going to be young. They're going to be a lot of experienced guys, just not guys that were starters here last year outside of the guards, Okunlola and McCoy. I think McCoy's still here. Mally will definitely look better when there's a deep threat out there, and I do think we had a deep threat. I just don't think we utilized it. I didn't think we. This goes back to the offensive game plan, the play calling. Oh, by the way, I want to mention Pat Coogan from Indiana, the center, stand up dude. He said after the game, he said about the Miami. He said that is the most physical defensive line I've ever played against. Like he said they were so damn physical. That was the toughest team he's ever played against. That's high praise. Like that's respect. Outside that one douchebag on the defensive line, that Mark Fletcher, I wish he would have uppercutted him to sleep. Like I got an idiot next to me doing dumb shit. Yeah, I wish he would have uppercutted him to sleep. Like, and the fact that there are people that are sitting here saying, "Oh, that's all he did." No. Like, bro, no. You just won a national championship. You're talking shit about this guy's father who passed away 14 months ago. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? What kind of douchebag is that? But I think Mally's going to be fantastic next year. I mean, the fact that ESPN rated Mally as number 26 in the country this year is just utterly ridiculous. Like, ridiculous. Like, right now, Carnell Tate's rated as number 50 in the country for this past year, and he's going to be a top 10 pick. Malachi Tony could turn pro today and be a top 10 pick. No, you should never take them lightly. I mean, you should never take anybody lightly. You should take everybody as if it's your last game. I've never... you should never take anyone lightly. Like, you should never take anyone lightly. That's just you need to come with that attitude that you had in the playoffs all the time. And I know it's hard, but you have to. BCS days, they would laugh at the strength. Oh, for us or for Notre Dame or for both of us, because I think they laugh at both of our schedules right now. Our strength of schedule for next season as of right now is embarrassing. And so is Notre Dame's. It's not as strong. And that's only because of how they will all be treated come polls. When the AP comes out, you'll see that we have one team in the top 25, maybe two, and then everybody else it'll be SEC, Big 10, and about 4 or 5 Big 12 teams actually. And yes, we haven't beaten North Carolina in a minute, so we do have to take them seriously. But they suck. I mean, this is not a good team. Bill Belichick does not know how to coach in college. It's not the same. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm a Catholic, so I mean, I'm a Catholic. The Notre Dame, that stuff, that's just so played out. It's ridiculous. It's just so bad. I know you don't want to see them succeed, but the problem is that they're the one team that we play every single year. That if we beat them, it means nothing if they're 5-7. Like we have to be real about it. I'm not sitting there. I'm not shedding a tear for them. I'm not. It's not about shedding a tear. It's about having a schedule worth a damn. Because they're the only team that command them and Clemson are the only two teams that command national respect when they're good. The rest of them, they don't command respect. I mean, look at the fact that Louisville was 5-1 after beating us, and they hadn't even gotten to it took beating us to get into the top 25. Look at the fact that they go 7-1 and they're ranked 15th in the first CFP poll. And people were still saying, oh, Miami lost to Louisville. They suck. They were 7-1. They were 7-1. How did they suck? How'd they suck? Like SMU, they suck. They didn't suck. They didn't suck at all. We all knew how the talent that SMU had. We lost to SMU because our coordinator decided he didn't want to attack their weaknesses. He decided, oh no, I think it's a better idea to run the ball into the back of a wall with an 8-man front. Oh, that's a good idea, bro. Kind of like the national championship where he kind of reverted back to that bullshit. I understand it wouldn't hurt your feelings, but it would hurt our schedule. Yeah, 9 conference games, and you still have a freaking what do we call it? Unbalanced schedule, for which you don't play everybody, and you're not divided into divisions and the whole nine. And I mean, right now, you look at our schedule. It's pretty fucking terrible. I mean, I'm trying to avoid saying that, but it's pretty fucking terrible. Because some Notre Dame guy's gonna clip my shit and tell we have 3 Friday games. Oh God, I just noticed that. Yeah, so we play Stanford on the 4th of September in Stanford. That game is on a Friday. Fabulous. So we start the season off on a Friday. Don't understand why that would happen. Then we play on the 10th, which is a Thursday. So we go Friday to Thursday. We play FAMU on a Thursday. Then we got Wake Forest. That's on a Friday. God. So in the month of September, we play Friday, Thursday, Friday. And 2 of those are road games. Then we got Central Michigan, our first Saturday game. Then we go to Clemson on the 3rd, which is a Saturday. Then we got Florida State 2 weeks later. We have a bye week. Then we have FSU on the 17th, which is a Saturday, naturally. Then we have Pittsburgh the 24th on a Saturday. Then we got North Carolina the week after on the 31st, Saturday. Halloween. So we have a Halloween game. Means I don't got to go do a trick or treat. Oh, shit, it's on the road. Fuck. Damn trick-or-treaters. Then we got a Notre Dame the 7th on the road. And then we got Duke on the 14th on the Saturday. Then we got Virginia Tech on a Friday, the 20th at home. And then we have Boston College at home on the 28th. So, like, let's be real. Our schedule is based on the records of this year. As my son just used the term, our schedule is booty cheeks. I mean, our schedule is booty cheeks. I think Barkit's going to come with Mensah. Yeah, absolutely. I think he's absolutely coming with him. I mean, that's why he got in the portal. He's going to come. Of course. I mean, it's his number one target. Like, that would make no sense to not. If he didn't, I'd be very, very surprised. I know there's some people that are posting stuff on Facebook groups saying, "Oh, he's not coming." Like, oh my God, bro. Listen, man, Dawson ain't gonna have it. I mean, no, he has no excuse. There's no excuse. Like, look, you better not hold the ball and not let this dude throw the football. Like, don't give me a whole bunch of swing passes and screens, bro. I need to see more. I need to see football again. I need to see 15, 20-yard throws down. I need you to see challenge people down the field. Mensah's got a great arm. He got a nice arm, throws a nice ball. Athletic. He's a good player, real good player. I don't know how the hell he's not rated as the number one. I don't know how he's not rated as the number one transfer portal guy. I think that's crazy. Like, he's better than Sam Levitt. There's a YouTuber, AYS, or goes by the name Blake, was saying previously about Miami tamper. Everyone tampers. He's an LSU homer and thinks they're the best team. Of course. Yeah, everyone tampers. I mean, you don't think LSU's been tampering like crazy? They literally took players from Ole Miss. I mean, Ole Miss did some dumb stuff. I mean, with the fact that they paid their best defensive end shit money. He found out that they gave somebody else who came in real money, and he's like, "Oh, I'm out of here. Fuck you." I mean, I'm out of here. Nothing confirmed yet. They haven't announced anything yet about it, but I would expect that they get this crap resolved by tomorrow. Again, the hearing is scheduled for Thursday. Can't see anything popping off. I can't see a hearing happening on Thursday. I see this thing getting resolved before then, because he has to start school. No real threats in the conference outside SMU and maybe Georgia Tech. Yeah, James Franklin will lose any big game. He's an expert in losing big games. He's the 9-3 expert. Another 20 years to lose. Okay, all right. He can recruit, but he can't win games that matter. He's never won a game that mattered. No, Virginia Tech being good is helpful to us as well. We need somebody that has that national presence, and Virginia Tech does have a national presence. So we need somebody that's on our schedule to be good in the ACC. Like we can't have a bunch of turds. Like we can't have this schedule be a bunch of 6-6 and worse teams. Like if we have that, that's a problem. One thing we had this year, we had SMU ended up 9-4 and or 9-3 and 9-8-4 or whatever, and Pitt ended up 8-4, 9 and whatever it was, 9-4. You had teams in the conference, even Louisville ended up 8-4. You had these teams that end up with good records, and now Louisville faded because of injuries largely. But yeah, there's definitely a difference. They're never getting. No, they're not. They're not getting 5-star players there. They didn't get 5-star players when Beamer was there. I mean, not that I can remember any 5-star. Maybe Michael Vick was, but beyond that, Clemson, yeah, they're on our schedule. Yeah, we don't play Virginia, so that's part of the problem. We don't play all the teams. We play Clemson, FSU, Pitt, and Vatech, and Duke is going to be terrible because they're losing their quarterback, so they'll be terrible, and they're playing them down here. So I don't expect much from this schedule. Wake Forest could be an interesting game. I don't know if Wake Forest I don't know if their QB is back or not from this past year, but Wake Forest could be decent. As long as Bill Belichick has a 24-year-old girlfriend, UNC is going to continue to suck because he's not focused on football. I do think they raised the Hurricane respect. I don't think they raised any respect for the ACC personally. You want to know why I don't believe they raised any respect for the ACC? Here's why. Let me show you something. Let me show you this. All right, just so y'all see what I'm talking about. This is what I mean. This is why I'm saying I don't think they've changed anything. Here's why. Share screen. So this is the reason. It's right here. This is the reason why I don't think it's changed anything. Because you have the top. This is JD Piquel, who's really respected in the college football community. And he has Ohio State, Georgia, IU, Oregon, UM at 5, Texas Tech, Texas A&M. Wow, they just got Texas all, Notre Dame, OU. Sorry, it's Oregon up there. Michigan, LSU, BYU, USC, Alabama, Utah, Texas, Tennessee, Ole Miss, Penn State. Come on. I know he's bringing a whole bunch of his guys, this guy from Iowa State, but come on now. Missouri. Okay, Georgia Tech. So we got 2 ranked teams in the top 25 in the ACC. You know what we had last year in the ACC? You know what we had last year in the ACC when the season started, people? 4. Last year when this ACC started, when the season started, we had 4 teams ranked in the top 25. Miami, Clemson, Miami, SMU, and there was one more. I think Georgia Tech may have been. Let me see what the original top 25 was, but we had 4. So this now you have projection for 2. So what's the respect? What is the actual respect? Preseason rankings. We had SMU, Miami. Oh, we had 3. Okay, we had 3. We had 3 teams. So this year we got 2. So it's like we had 3 last year, we got 2 this year. So our respect and we got a team that went to the national championship, yet the expectation has gone down. It's crazy. And this is just one of many. Yeah, you can go pull up. Josh Pate has his own ranking. Here's his ranking. He got Ohio State, Georgia, Texas, Notre Dame, IU, Oregon, Texas Tech, A&M, Miami, OU, Michigan, LSU, BYU, Penn State, Ole Miss. He got Penn State at 14. Utah, Alabama, Washington, USC, Tennessee, Iowa, Houston, Virginia Tech, Florida, and Arizona. So he's got Virginia Tech in there. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, where's the respect? There's no respect. There's no respect at all. And this shit is not changing. And I'm sure I could pull up a few more. So, and like I told y'all guys last year, all year. I mean, I hope people remember what I said when I talked about the AP rankings and how the AP rankings completely impact the CFP. Do people believe me now? Yeah, like, do people believe me now? I hope you believe me now, and I hope you're prepared this next season that if the AP rankings are fucking us, we're gonna get fucked by the CFP. If the AP ranking has certain things, then it's gonna affect the CFP. I really hope that people see that. I would agree. They did get more respect when Clemson was dominating. They absolutely did. The conference got more respect when Clemson was on top because they fall into that good old boy network in the South. They fall into that same good old boy network in that South. They're a Southern team. We're not it sounds stupid, but are we a Southern team? No. We're not a Southern team. We're Miami. We're New York. We're New York South. We're literally New York South to most people. And most people that don't live in New York hate New York or hate New Yorkers. And a lot of people from New York transplant down here. And then there's the international flair, the Caribbean population, which operates in a different type of environment. Like, if you live in Florida, if you don't live in Florida, a lot of people from Florida, the state of Florida, who don't live in South Florida, namely Dade and Broward County. Palm Beach is like you're moving further away, but namely Dade and Broward County, they look at us differently. They look at this area of the state differently. Like, you got 1/3 of the state population in 3 counties, or 1/4 of the state population in 3 counties. And they don't view us. We're different. We're different. I mean, I can tell you this. I can go back to when I was in high school. What? New York? No way. New York. LOL. Miami number 1. What? Miami's hated the most. So Miami's hated worse than New Yorkers. Oh yeah. Okay. So listen. When I was in high school, my family, we went up to this place called Navarre Beach. For those of you who don't know, Navarre Beach is in the Panhandle of Florida by Fort Walton Beach, Florida. It is a very, very country type of environment. It is a southern, like the Panhandle of Florida is not. The Panhandle of Florida minus Jacksonville is not the same. Like, Jacksonville's big city life. Everything else in the Panhandle is very country, southern, charm, Bible Belt stuff. And I remember my mom telling me a story when we were up there, and I wasn't there, so I didn't see it happen. But my mom told me, and I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it. She's in the bar, and this guy, the bartender, or someone at the bar says, "So where are you from? Where are y'all from?" So my mom says, "We're from Miami." And the guy says, "You're from Miami? Miami?" Like, yeah, we're from Miami. And this was early 90s, like 93, around there, 94. So we're not talking about 1962. We're talking about 1994. Do they got English speaking TV stations there? What? Do they got English speaking TV stations there? And that's my best job at imitating a Southern accent, the way my mom explained it. They thought that we didn't have English speaking television stations. We're in the United States of America. Fuck you. We're in the USA. Yes, the Panhandle is basically Alabama. Yes, it's Alabama South. Yeah, the what was it? Eglin Air Force Base is over there in Pensacola. And there's one over there. There's an Air Force base. Yeah, it's in that Fort Walton Beach. There. I think there's two of them up there. But you had people that literally don't believe that we had English speaking TV stations in Miami as of 1994, 93. Like that's how disconnected people are from South Florida. Like they don't understand. Like this is just a different environment. They don't look at us the same. We don't sound Southern. Like I don't sound like I'm from the Georgia or Alabama or Mississippi. Was I in the Feds? No, my sister's in the Air Force. My sister, my stepsister, she was a colonel in the Air Force. Colonel or a major? Well, I think she got the lieutenant colonel. I think it was. Yeah. So no, she was stationed up there. I'm educated, bro. I got 3 degrees, man. I have an education. Geography and government is my favorite subject in school. Yeah, geography and government has always been my favorite subjects in school. Like I hate math. I mean English grammar because I got a degree in journalism. I have a degree in journalism. I got is poor grammar. My apologies. I have a degree in journalism and I have a master's in business administration and master's in human resources management. So today, you want to know what the humidity was today? Down here. The humidity down here this morning in Pompano Beach, 94%. 94%. I walked out to take my son to school this morning. My car, it did not rain last night. It did not rain. My car was covered in water, which will bring me to another topic. My car was covered in water. It was soaked. It's like, what the freak is going on here, man? So, really to the topic of, can we get back to having day games at home? Can we get back to having day games at home? I mean, mind you, it doesn't really matter for this schedule because the schedule in freaking September is absolutely pathetic. You can play at any time of the week, but being that we have now 2 Friday games and a Thursday game, so obviously the Thursday game is going to be at night. But can we get back to playing day games in September and October where we can potentially take advantage of the heat? I mean, cold where? Here? If it rained here, it wasn't rain that was on my car. It was humidity. It was like the condensation of humidity. When I walked out, I just felt wet. Like I felt wet. It was cold here, like a week or so. It was cold here the last week of December, first week of January. We got to about 50. I think it was like mid 40s for about a half an hour. It was like for like a half an hour, it was like mid 40s. So yeah, that was my son went to Alabama this weekend for a basketball tournament. My younger one played 12U, 6th grade, played in the Adidas tournament. They went 3-1. Game they lost, they should have won. My God, they had one kid that missed 4 free throws in the final freaking minute, and they lost by 3. They missed like 6 free throws in the last 90 seconds. Like these kids can't make free throws. They can't do basic shit anymore. It's crazy. But yeah. So yeah, he was up there. It was 20 degrees. It was actually 0 degrees there this morning. It was 0 this morning in Birmingham, Alabama. He flew over to Atlanta and then Atlanta down here. It was snowing in Alabama last night or this morning. Snowing in Alabama. My sister lives in Austin, Texas, under like 2 feet of snow in Austin. Dallas is under snow. Like these people don't even know, they don't have the machines necessary to get rid of the snow. It's crazy. They don't have the salt. They don't have the plows. They don't have none of that stuff. So the whole city basically shuts down. It all shuts down. Yeah, they don't know what to do. I just got to my school. I got lost several times. Bro, let me tell you something, man. There are a lot of black Cubans. A lot of black Cubans, a lot of black Dominican. I mean, hell, most Dominicans, from my experience, are black. Um, Puerto Ricans are more mixed looking. There's white Puerto Ricans, but I mean, from my personal experience, I mean, the Dominicans are black. There's a lot of black Cubans. I mean, there's more white Cubans than black Cubans, but there's a lot of black Cubans, and yes, you will experience that, especially in certain areas of town. If you are in Hialeah, if you are in Little Havana, if you were in Kendall, Coral Gables. Um, oh, you won't see too many black people in Coral Gables, believe it or not, other than the football team. Not a large black population in Coral Gables, I don't think. But certain areas of Miami, yeah, the black folks are not black Americans. They're Hispanic. They're black Latins, man. A lot of black Colombians. A lot of black Colombians. What's going on, Uncle Joe? Let me say what's up to everybody. What's up, Uncle Joey, Vegas, Aiden, Howard Stern, Greg, Johnny, Harry, Night Rudder, Vitamin C 352, Wild Child, Wild Child. Okay, I can't read all that shit. Wild Child, um, Johnny Jackson. If you are in the room, please do hit the like button, man. Typhoon, Ryan Lopez, JT Cool, William Felder, Fresh 3542. I want to see if I don't want to miss anybody. DMC Rad, Mr. Prime, Soulful Spirits, AJ Keynes, Geo Kane, Jacob Graggs. Anybody else? I don't miss anybody. Anything is everything. And that's everybody I got. That's commented so far. If you haven't commented yet, just hit the comment and leave a comment. Let me know you're here. Jason Hooper, appreciate it. No, there are no black Argentinians as far as I know. that I know. They're not. I don't know any black Argentinians. That I know. What's up with Mensah? Right now, we're still waiting. They're in conversations to negotiate and resolve the financial component. That's really what it comes down to. I don't think this thing will end up in a hearing. There's no need for it to end up in a hearing because this is not about keeping him at Duke. Duke already signed a transfer quarterback out of San Jose State. They know they're not going to have him. They know that he's gone. They just want to get paid and move on. They just want to get paid and move on. So this thing won't even last till Thursday. If it's not done by tomorrow, I'd be shocked because he needs to get down here and get into school. Yeah, he needs to get down here and we need to start working. Or he needs to start working. So yeah, it'll be done by tomorrow, I presume. They'll come up with a number. The number will come up, but I'm sure they're going back and forth right now between Mensah's attorneys, Darren Heitner, who's the attorney down here, who I've known for many years. He's an expert in this. I mean, and then the attorneys obviously for Duke. They're not going to win, so they know that they just want money. So he'll be down here. I'm sure by end of week he'll be in Miami. I mean, these guys, I'm telling you right now, they don't even wait. They don't wait around. Homeboy that signed Jamal Merriweather, the guard, out of out of Georgia. He's already down here. He had video on social media posted this weekend. Like he's already down here. So these guys are he's down here. With this schedule, we can get by. Even I don't know. I'm gonna tell you what. I think our left tackle will be Cantwell. I think the kid, the freshman, I think he's going to be our starter. I think he'll be starting. The things I heard about him in the past couple of weeks before the national championship, this kid bench presses over 500 pounds. He's 18, 19 years old. Like, that's the strength level that he has is out of control. It's out of control. It's his strength level is crazy. He's 17 years old, people. He was born May 27th of 2008. He's 17. Can you imagine benching 500 plus pounds at 17? I'm 48. I never benched 500 pounds. And I never benched 300 pounds. 17 years old benching 500 plus pounds. That kid is so damn strong. I was told that he was playing defensive line against our starters. Like, I was told that because of how strong he is, they had him working out as a D lineman against our starters going into the national championship game. You know this for a fact that he was on campus today at Benefrin? That's great news if he was on campus today. I haven't read that anywhere, but if you know something that I don't know, that's wonderful. This will be done with by tomorrow. It will not be done. It ain't gonna go to a hearing. Running back, we got all four of these dudes back. Everybody's back. Everybody's back. I think Miami. I don't think Miami goes any worse than 11-1 next year in 26. Regular season, I don't see them going any worse than 11-1. Any worse than 11-1 would be actually shocking to me. It would be shocking. And I'm not one of those glazers by now. I think y'all know that. If we lose more than one game, I'd be floored. Like, this schedule is just not good. Like, these teams are not good. But this kid Cantwell is an absolute monster from everything that I've been told of. Mark is a junior. Mark is coming back. Mark is a junior. He was a 22. He was in the same class with Ruben Bain. Mark is a junior. Mark Fletcher's a junior. I was surprised Jordan Lyle came back, honestly. I thought that was a little surprise. When you're 6'8", man, I mean, everyone's gonna look like a midget to you. This guy was still ranked as one of the top 5 prospects in the country. Like, and they don't base that off of his high school film. They base that off of what he does in camps largely. I mean, to be honest, they do that. They base those rankings are all based on camp work. They're not based on football games. If they were based on football games, here's the thing: if rankings and ratings for players was based on football games, the top 100 players would come from Florida, California, and Texas, and everything else can be thrown in the trash can, and Georgia. That would be the top 100. It's camp-based. It's measurables. It's what you do in these Spark. I don't know. They used to be called the Nike Spark camps. How is Jackson Cantwell real? How is that? Dude, he freaking benches over 500 pounds, man. I was literally told by someone who was watching them practice that they had him lined up against the offensive line of Maui Ngoa, Markel Bell, Inez Cooper, all these dudes, and he was shoving their asses backward. He was shoving their asses backward. He's good. He had like 9.5 sacks. He's a great edge. He's a good edge rusher, man. He's a good edge rusher. And to do that at Missouri, I mean, I don't know if y'all realize this. I saw this posted today, actually. Miami's defensive line right now is 5. They got 5 5-star guys. 5 5-star guys on the D line. Hayden Lowe will be back. The kid out of Westlake Village, California, Oaks Christian, who got hurt last year. Clemson, I don't know. It all depends on finances and my schedule. Hey, you know how I know I can get to Clemson and all the. You know how I know I can get to all the road games. If y'all can get me to like 100,000 subs, Then I'll be able to go to all the road games. Maybe I can be like Josh Payton, call quick pick and take private jets up there. Maybe that can happen because everything right now, I don't make money. I don't really make real money doing this, people. I mean, I'm just keeping it a buck. This is passion. This is stuff that I would love to make real money doing it. I have a full-time job. I work. Like when I say I work like when most people are sleeping. You want to know when I went to bed today? Real talk. I went to bed at 9 o'clock in the morning. You're gonna think I'm a lunatic. And you know when I woke up? 12:30. Real shit. I was editing last night, putting up content, working for my company, sending out marketing emails for my company. Took my son to school, got home, went to sleep at 9 o'clock in the morning, and woke up at 12:30. And I'm going. Like that's my. I mean, I don't usually go to bed that late. Usually it's about 5. Usually it's about 5 a.m. But yeah, get me. We're moving in it. We're moving up the numbers, man. And it's awesome. I love what I'm seeing, and I thank y'all for helping me get there. But yeah, so Justin Scott was a 5-star as well out of Chicago. So that's 5-star. I saw that Marquise Lightfoot was also a 5-star. I just want to confirm those 3 guys were 5-stars. Well, 247 has him as a 4, but I think it was Rivals had him as a 5. And who was the other one? There was I don't know. Armando Blunt was a 5-star. So you got a bunch of 5-star dudes out there. I mean, this defensive line is loaded. This D line is loaded. Yeah, the problem I have with road games, man, unfortunately, is that I got to bring a bunch of people with me, and I don't really want to. I don't want to. They want to come. I'd rather just go by myself. I'd rather, real talk, I'd rather go by myself and just leave them here, and I go myself, but I'd never hear the end of it. I would never hear the end of it. And even though my wife is a Florida State graduate, she'd be like, "Nah, you ain't going by yourself." And my sons would absolutely want to go. There's no question about that. There's no question about that. But definitely, we got a bunch of big time dudes on the defense line. Defense line is going to be the strength of our defense. Is going to be strong. And hey, man, we got a 38-year-old linebacker. We got a 38-year-old linebacker, man. Yo, all love. Mo Toure, I did not know. Did y'all know he was a 7th-year player? Wilson is yeah. Okay, so Damon Wilson's a 5-star guy too. There you go. I mean, we got 5-star dudes on this defensive line. That's some crazy shit. That's some crazy shit. Did y'all realize that he was a 7th-year player? I swear to God, I had no idea. I had absolutely no idea. When I saw that, I'm like, wait, he's what? Bruh. I thought he was in his 5th year. I thought he was looking for a 6th. How old is he, man? How old is he? Now we know. Now we also know that when he hit Kalon Black didn't run his ass over. Because Kalon Black ran everybody over in that national championship game. One-on-one in that game, he ran everybody over. I mean, real shit. What's up, Daniel, man? How much? I mean, I gotta figure. Clemson, I'd love to go to. I think that would be really dope. But I gotta drive because the flights there are probably you're flying into Podunk, so it's like I don't want to pay for 4 plane tickets. I'm gonna have to make that a road trip. But then now my son is in high school, and I don't know if he'll have a football game on a Friday. I have no idea what they're gonna do. He's gonna be a freshman in high school at Cardinal Gibbons, the school that Ahmad Moten went to. So hopefully he becomes the next version of Ahmad Moten, but at the skill position. I met Chase Smith's brother at the family of the national championship stuff on media day. I met him there actually. I appreciated him. He came up to me, saw me. Yeah, if y'all didn't know that Chase Smith's dad was on the 83 national championship team, I thought that was pretty damn cool. It's like he's living his dream, bro. And that was freaking awesome to hear, and I appreciate it. appreciate him coming up to me, because I did have a whole bunch of people come up to me between media day, outside, like in the family area, and then at the game. You want to see something funny? I'm gonna show you something funny as hell. This will make y'all laugh. Chase Smith's still on the team as far as I know. He's on the team as far as I know. I don't know. He ain't going anywhere. He's a Hurricane through and through, man. What is that thing called that I went on to today? Let me find it. It was some funny stuff that I want to show y'all here. If I can find it. If I still have it up. Let me see if I have a photo of it. Did I screenshot it? Okay. So, okay, here we go. Giga. Did anyone who's in the room here go to the game? So here we go. View gigapixel. Here. This was at the game. So this thing right here, they tell y'all, this is at the game. This is basically, gives you an idea of where everybody was sitting. And you can tag yourself where you were sitting, right? So you can see all these Indiana people and such. Some were just the thing. So right here, yeah, right here is where Nick Saban and the crew were for the pregame. They were all up here, right? And then you could literally zoom in on yourself. I don't know why I put this crap on my face, but that's where I was sitting. No, I don't want to do that. No. There I am right there. You see me? That's where I was sitting. That's my son Dominic. That's my son Nico. That's my wife right there, Gabby. I thought this was the funniest shit ever. The fact they could zoom in. So if you were here somewhere, you can tag yourself. So let me re-tag myself. Let me put it on my stomach rather than that, so I don't block my face. I don't want to have it on my face. Can you move this shit down? God damn. Man, it won't move off my damn face. So there I am right there. And that's where I was doing my videos from. You can see all the people. I mean, if you were here, tag yourself. Let everybody know where you were. So this was the Hurricane section that really cut the. By the way, it was 3-0 at the time. This was the first quarter. But this is basically where the cutoff. It was a 50-yard line all the way around, and here was Miami, and then the 50-yard line all the way around here was Indiana. But unfortunately, it literally was Indiana and around the entire goddamn building. The entire building was Indiana. They took our freaking building, people. They took our shit. Let's see. This is media right here. They put media outside. See if I see anyone that I know up here. This is where I should have been sitting for free. But they didn't give me my media credentials, which kind of hurt my feelings. I'm not going to front. I was upset about that. I oh man, Jesus Christ, they're way up high. Holy shit. You know what? I'm happier with where I was sitting. That is way up. That's way up there. Yep. I think next time we go to the national championship game, we need to have we need to ask the FAMU band to show up, because our band, God bless them. God bless them. They need more people. You could barely hear it. You legitimately could barely hear it up in the upper deck. You could barely hear them. And Indiana covered the entire field. They actually spelled out the name. They actually spelled out Signetti on the field. But yeah, I appreciate everyone jumping on board. If you haven't done so yet, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, you hit the subscribe button. By the way, I did drop a couple new pieces of merch on the merch site, just so you see it, so you know what it's there. Let me share it with y'all. If you go to Hurricanes Unfiltered, and click on merch. Yeah, our band is rough. So I dropped this the other day. I could never drop my national championship shirts, man. I was so pissed off. I had the fucking hardest designs made. Like it was like Jesus Christ, bro. Come on, dude. This is one I dropped. Y'all let me know what y'all think. It's got that Miami flavor. Don't know what y'all think about it. I thought it was cool, different. You won't find this type of thing in other places. Got it in 3 colors, obviously. And then I dropped this as well. You know, it's all about the unity. Play on it's all about the unity, of course, all the flags in the Caribbean nations. Of course, Cuba, Haiti, Jamaica, Puerto Rico, oh, Dominican Republic, oh, so forth. So you can go over there and check it out. If you have interest, grab yourself a t-shirt. I do appreciate that. And of course, the other stuff that I already have up there, the hats. You know, if you haven't seen them yet, I'm gonna make a Broward hat too for the people from the 954. And it's a Dade hat. People like the Dade hat that I was wearing. I had to make one of my own. Some of this stuff will be brought down. Like I'm gonna take this down. It'll be done with. This one will be up. I like that shirt. This was a Planet Keelan Mary, and I like that shirt too. I mean, y'all, let me know if you think I should leave that up there or not. I thought that was dope. These will come down at some point in the next couple weeks and be replaced. And of course, everything else that we have up here. And of course, I do have other merch. I made these crib designs just so you see them. And then Combat Corner, I have this shirt here that I just dropped. That if you're into combat sports, I am doing a live this Saturday night for UFC. Is it gonna be UFC 325? Because they had 324 this past weekend. I don't know if they're calling it 325 in Australia with Volkanovski and Lopez too. But definitely go check it out, and we will be here. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate it. But yeah, the band is vanilla at best. So I think if we're going to national championship game, we need to make a phone call to FAMU and ask them to come and help our band out because we need a louder band. We need some crunk in there. We need to get that thing hyped. And they struggled. They struggled. I thought the funny part was they had them all seated on top of each other because usually at the regular games they have like a whole section and just a bunch of empty rows in between themselves, which I don't really understand that need, but they don't have the ticket sold, so they might as well do it. Let's see what else we got on here. Just to give you an update on the portal, we did lose Popo Aguirre, which you know by now. He committed to North Carolina State. He wanted to play, so is what he said. His dad posted some stuff on social media. He wanted to play, and I don't know why he didn't think he'd have a chance to play down here with Wesley Besaint going, but he didn't feel he did, and he moved on to NC State. That one disappointed me. JoJo Trader officially committed and signed with NC State. He is now going to team up with CJ Bailey and Davion Gauze, who's another one of his Shamnad Madonna teammates. Hurricanes Unfiltered.com, and you just click on merch, and it'll pop the merch site up. It's easier than me copying and pasting the link for the other stuff because this is easy to remember. Hurricanesunfiltered.com, click on merch on the top, and you'll get the merch site. So just so you see what I'm talking about, so there's no questions. All right. So you see we have merch right here, right there, that link, or you can just click on shop merch. Either one. But merch store is right there at the top of the website. I gotta update the site more often. I put videos as they come. It takes me more time to do that than anything. I do write articles now and again. I need to write more. That's one thing I gotta get better at. My pleasure, Gooseman. I just gotta get more consistent on writing articles. And yeah, so JoJo Trader, I mean, he decided to move on. There was a report that actually he said he was going to coming back, and then I guess we brought in whoever we brought in, and he decided to hit the road. Jadice Richards signed with Tennessee. Nico Francavilla signed with what the hell school is that? The Buffalo Bulls. Um, who else signed? We did bring in Kiana Davis, defensive end out of Nebraska. One of their top defensive linemen last year. We did bring in a guy, Jonathan Klein. He was a lineman at East Tennessee State. I know that's going to be an interesting one to people. Division I AA. He did actually go to Central Florida. The interesting part about him is that he actually got an offer from Miami back a few years ago when he was coming out of high school. He had a whole lot of offers coming out of high school. I wasn't following recruiting really at all at the time. Mark, my pleasure, man. Thank you for supporting the channel, man. I genuinely thank you very, very much. So yeah, if people do purchase, just let you know, I'm gonna send you a thank you, message because I do appreciate y'all and thank y'all for jumping on board, man. Because look, I'm not doing this without y'all watching, man. It's hard to talk to a screen by yourself, and it's hard to, talk to a screen with two people watching or no one watching. So I'm here and I'm able to do this and go really all in on it because you are watching. So I do thank you genuinely from the bottom of my heart. But yeah, this kid Klein is about 6'4", 6'5", 315 pounds. Strong dude, benches, squats over 600 pounds. And this guy initially went to Central Florida, but he had offers from Miami. He had offers from a bunch of power four schools. And he went to Central Florida. It was weird to see that. But I think we've seen now that with Mario Cristobal, there's guys that he goes after that, he like Keontae Scott, he was going after him when he was at Oregon. So yeah, that's what it was. Epinephrine. Yeah, he found out we see, that to me is an attitude. Like that, this is a mentality. This is an attitude thing. And I'll jump into that in a second. But so this guy Klein, I mean, he could be that diamond in the rough type of lineman because look, he's going to get coached up on the line. One thing I'm not going to question about this staff at any point is who they're bringing on the offensive line. I'm not the offensive line. I'm not going to question. Whatever they think is best on the O line, I'll roll with. Now if they play like shit, I will criticize it. But whatever they think is best, I will roll with. I mean, people were ripping the hell out of James Brockermeyer earlier this year, mid-season, largely because we were facing 8-man fronts. James Brockermeyer destroyed Caden McDonald for Ohio State. Caden McDonald was a first-team All-American. And Brockermeyer absolutely annihilated that dude. He killed that dude. He dominated that dude. So Brockermeyer ended up being pretty goddamn good, in my opinion. And he was actually, as crazy as it sounds, he was a first-team All-American on one of these All-American lists. I mean, I was shocked personally, and he wasn't on any other, but he was a first-team All-American on one of those All-American lists. I was shocked by it. So, let me see what else here. Bobby Washington went to Missouri. Tommy Kinsler went to Ole Miss. We did bring in Jamal Merriweather out of Georgia. Malik Bryant went to Missouri. It's like we traded defensive linemen. Yeah, obviously Damon Wilson's coming down here. We got a couple of kickers that are coming down here. Okay, on 3 has Cooper Barkett going to Miami. It says 100%. That's that crystal ball shit. So that's not official. That's that crystal ball thing. So they have it as 100% to Miami. So yeah, that's not 100%, but that's generally pretty accurate. Darius Plaz went to Auburn. Emory Williams went to Northeast Carolina. I wish that kid the best. I hope he gets an opportunity. I presume he will get an opportunity there to play. He was never going to play here. Obviously, the guy that I'm really excited about also is Omar Thornton. I mean, that kid hits like a fucking truck. Like he's Jacoby Thomas part 2. Still has Artavius Jones not going anywhere yet. I don't see anything for him yet. Yeah, they have a lot of duplicates on this thing for real. There's a lot of dupes on this. Don't know what they're doing. They got some dupes on here. I think this is an attitude thing. This JoJo Trader thing is an attitude thing to me. And look, man, I don't know what y'all know about what was going on in the fall early on. But he got into some shit, man. And I'm not going to put it all out there. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. But there's a player that got kicked out of school in September. Williams, what was it, Markeith Williams? And he was dismissed from the team. And JoJo was with him. JoJo was with him. There was a car accident. Beyond that, I can't be 100% sure. I know what I was told. So he was involved in some stuff he shouldn't be involved with. I'm told that he has a he likes to do a lot of the wacky tobacco. Can't do that, man. I understand it might be legal in certain situations now. Can't do that. Not while you're playing football. You're gonna get yourself in trouble. He got into a car accident with Markeith Williams. He was in the car. From what I was told, there was weed. Can't do that, man. Markeith Williams was on his last strike. He was kicked out of school. He was thrown off the team. JoJo was there. JoJo was a part of it. JoJo's injuries were from a car accident, not from football, from what I was told. So if you got to get into a car accident, not from football, and you have illegal substances on you, let's be real. In the state of Florida, weed is still illegal. Weed in Florida is still illegal if you don't have a medical marijuana card. But I'm sure there's rules that the school has for this as well, for the team as well, and you can't do it. There are rules. Hell, does the NFL still have the rules for marijuana? I'm not sure. Like Stephen A. Smith always says, stay off the weed. Like, bro, if you're gonna do it, please don't do it in a car. Don't do it in a car. Dodgers merch. You trolling me, man. I'm a Yankees fan. How dare you? I mean, I can make you some. I can send you a link. I can make you some. I can put it up there. If you're gonna buy it, I mean, I'll put it up there. You tell me if you like it. Send me a message. For real. I design all this shit myself. Well, my system designs it. I put all the information in, and my design pops up. It's all here. It's all the vision, right? Like I have deals right now with some fighters in the BKFC where I'm making merch for BKFC fighters. So you're gonna see some BKFC fighter merch up soon enough. Like, let me show y'all one. Let me give you. Okay, shoot me a message. For real. Send me a message to my email. Come on now, the podcast. Actually, if you follow me on Instagram, go to Instagram, Hurricanes Unfiltered on Instagram. DM me, and I will respond to you, and I'll send you some designs. If you like it, I'll put it up. You can go grab it, man. I got no problem doing that. I got no problem doing that. Now, I'm not gonna start making Florida Gators stuff. I'm not gonna start making Florida State stuff. That's not gonna happen. Like others. Mensah will be here in the next day or two. So yeah, I'll make it for you. I'll see. I mean, what are you looking for? You looking for Shohei? You looking for Mookie Betts? You looking for just regular Dodger stuff? Let me know. But just send me a message in the DMs on Hurricanes Unfiltered, and I'll do that. Appreciate you. Thank you for Get Money. I appreciate it. But yeah, I've known about this since September. You're not trying to dime the kid out, or he's gone now, so who cares? But you're not trying to put the business out there. They try to protect it, and they don't want to put him out there. But they weren't happy. He wasn't hurt for a month, guys. He wasn't hurt for a month. He was in the doghouse for like 2-3 weeks. He was hurt, a little bit hurt, and then in the doghouse. Like it was, you gotta earn your way back. Yeah, and you're not gonna get. I'll get with you after the show, man, and I'll get with you. If not tonight, by tomorrow, I'll get back to you with some designs. You can't, like. You want to be an adult, you're gonna get paid bread. Like, these guys are not playing for free anymore. We can sit here and pussyfoot around about the whole thing and say, oh, it's NIL, man. It is not. What name, image, and likeness are they selling? How many Cadillac commercials have you seen any of these players on for television? How many things have you seen on them? How many Nike commercials have you seen for these guys on TV? How many deal. How many things have you? They're selling their own brands. Like Mally is with Leaf now for the sports cards, and I can't wait till they come out because I'm gonna grab as many as I can naturally because I'm a sports card collector. I got tons and tons of cards. I do have a sports card shop on eBay. If y'all are interested in that, is come on now the podcast sports cards on eBay. This one did not grade the way I wanted it to. It kind of sucks. So this is like I was pissed about that. I got a nice Wemby here for a 10 Wemby that I pulled. I got a bunch of cards here that I'm grading that I gotta send in for grading. If you are into oh no, I'm not gonna argue with you that Mensah is not better than Beck. I mean, he's more athletic than Beck. He has a better arm than Beck, but Beck was good. Like we have to stop acting like he wasn't good. He was good. And without Beck, we're not playing in a national championship game. There's a few guys, like if you take one of these guys off our team, we're not playing in a national championship. We're not in the national championship with Emory Williams at quarterback. Like we need to understand that, like seriously. And I wish Beck the best. Beck will get drafted. Mark it down. He's a 4th round pick, 3rd, 4th, 5th round pick. He's gonna get drafted. If the Dolphins drafted him and started him, I wouldn't be mad because I can't stand Tua. Fuck that guy. That guy fucking is trash. $55 million bum. Like I don't need to watch that dude play football anymore. God damn. But yeah, you're getting paid a boatload of money, man. You don't see these guys like selling products. They're selling their own brands. Like Mally's got his own Gabos game above game ain't based on sympathy. Like that's dope as hell. But that's his brand. Like these guys have their own brands they're selling. Yeah, they have some deals here and there, but it's really a collective just cutting them checks, and that's cool. That's cool as hell. It's a pro league, and if you want to be held to a standard. And if you're getting fucking high, yeah, you could say it without Scott. You're right. Guzman. Look, there's guys that made certain plays that without certain guys, no, we're not here. The collection of the malls while we're here. But you remove any one of them individually, we may not have gotten to that point. We probably wouldn't. Hell, if you take out if Malachi Tony hadn't emerged into what he was, we're 8-4 this year. Like we're 8-4. We don't beat Notre Dame without that kid. We're 8-4. Keep it real. So Mensah was seen in Miami today. Okay. You're the second person to say it. So then there you go. Yeah, so like we need to cut, and all these guys every year they're renegotiating. Like this whole thing about he's coming back. Like the fact that I gotta think about that pisses me off. I hate that shit. The fact that I gotta sit here and know that I see it today. Joshua Moore's coming back. Like, bro, you were a true freshman. You had like 20 catches. You better be coming back. You better be coming back. Yo, you want to hear a story? I can give you another story. I wish his brain would have been scrambled to retirement. That's not nice, but it's real. I wish his brain had gotten scrambled into retirement because I never wanted that guy on my team. I knew what he wasn't going to be, and they believed in that garbage, and they got garbage. And you're paying $55 million, and I got a dead cap number on his guy, and Quinn Ewers is going to be my starting QB next year, the 7th round pick, and a $55 million bum will be sitting on my bench. That's ridiculous. But that's in the incompetence of the Miami Dolphins. I wish they would have scrambled that shit to where he couldn't come back. Healthy enough to be normal, but not enough to play football for us. Markel Bell was big time. They say what they want. I mean, I ain't do it. So I went to Florida State. If y'all don't know, I went to Florida State for a year and a half. Back in 1996, 1997. And when I went to Florida State, I'm a member of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. For those of you who don't know what Phi Beta Sigma fraternity is, it's a predominantly black fraternity based out of, founded at Howard University, January 9th, 1914. All right. And I pledged at Florida State. Tua won't remember his name in 3 years. So I'm at Florida State, right? Before I became a Sigma, I pledged in the spring of 1997. And if you don't believe me, There's my tattoo. And I go, I knew some guys. IMAX, you're a Sigma? All right. Where you pledge, bro? I'm Spring 97, number 3. Spring 97, number 3. Started with 4, ended with 2. I was the number 3. We didn't change numbers. Nope. And I was a Canes fan. I've been a Canes fan my entire life, people. My father was a state legislator, and at the time, he was in Tallahassee, and I went to FIU out of high school. They didn't want to let me leave South Florida, and I was a sheltered kid. Oh, another Sigma in the room. God damn, we got 2 in here. Tony Supreme, what's going on, bro? What's going on? Appreciate you jumping on board. And so my dad says, you have one option. You go to Florida State. I wanted to go to Central Florida out of high school. I want to go to Miami. Just couldn't afford it. It was $50,000 at the time, $50,000 a year. And I wasn't going to walk out with $250,000 in debt to go to Miami. So I go to Florida State because that's where my dad said I could go. So he could watch me, per se. And good luck there. That was it. My time at Florida State academically was not a very successful one. 91. Oof. New Xi chapter. Where's that at? I'm not looking it up. So maybe where's that chapter located at? I pledged Mighty Mu Epsilon. And so I go to Tallahassee, and my first semester there before I pledged, I met a whole bunch of Sigmas. And they were some of them were involved in some stuff. Some of them were involved in some stuff, and they were real good friends with a few FSU football players. At least one of them was from down here in South Florida. He went to Hialeah High School. He went to Hialeah or HML. I can't remember which school. Let me look it up. Let me confirm. I'm not going to put his name out there, but he went to where? Oh, come on. You have a better profile than that. Hialeah. He went to Hialeah High School. Played running back. Winthrop. Rock Hill? Wait, they're the Rock. No, Winthrop's in Rock Hill, right? New Kai. I forgot my damn alphabet. God damn, I'm too old, bro. New Kai. Okay, my bad. DeVry in Atlanta. This line named Dren started with 15, finished with 4. Fuck. Wow. They beat the shit out of y'all. They beat the brakes off y'all. God damn. Do y'all pledge in Atlanta? Did y'all pledge with like Morehouse and Clark Atlanta and all together? Did you have like joint line meetings and shit like that? So Winthrop, I went to Winthrop, bro. Real talk. When I was at Florida State, I actually went. Not when I was when I moved back down here to South Florida after leaving Tallahassee. What Leaf cards is my? It's gonna be when they drop the new Leaf cards. Malachi Tony will be on there. He signed with Leaf. That I know for a fact. I was talking to a Zeta up at Francis Marion in Florence, and I drove up to Francis Marion. It was like a 10-hour drive to Francis Marion in Florence. Like there's literally nothing in Florence, for Christ's sakes. I had never been to a place that damn small in my life. And we drove over to Rock Hill to Winthrop for a Sigma party. We drove over there from Florence. We drove over to Winthrop. Funny story. I'm going to Rock Hill in June. Presuming I'm pretty sure I'll be in Rock Hill in June because my son's on a Adidas travel basketball team, and there's a tournament. The Nationals tournament is in Rock Hill. So I will be up there. If you are still up there and you live in that area, I'll let you know before I go. But yeah, I've been to Rock Hill. But yeah, that's yeah. I drove when I was in Tallahassee. I drove everywhere. I drove to Tuskegee. I drove to Auburn. I mean, I was in Gainesville. I went everywhere, man. I wanted to go as many places as I could. But yeah. So yeah, I'm up in Tallahassee, and there's a running back there who played when Warwick Dunn was playing, and he was high into the high. He was always high, always, always. So I know the story of this. Was that the '93 national championship, the '93 one, or the 90 was it the '99 one, or the recent one with Jameis Winston? So yeah, I remember. I remember those days. Remember those days, man. Yeah, we got we got cross pledged a little bit by FAMU. We had some type of stuff that was joint at times with FAMU. But man, let's see what else we got here before we jump off this thing. Appreciate everyone jumping on board. If you haven't done so, you hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. I do appreciate it once again. Let me see. And do follow Hurricanes Unfiltered on Instagram. I post a lot of stuff up on there that I don't post on YouTube. So trying to grow that following on that as well. Where Hurricanes basketball, man. I don't know if anyone's interested in Hurricanes Oh, you went to the one with Winston. Okay. My wife was at Florida State when Winston actually played. When my wife was actually at Florida State at the time. She went to school there at the time. Yeah, I robbed the cradle. Um, we are 14 years apart. I'm 48, bro. 48 years old. Let's see here. Hurricanes basketball. They come off a big win. They won at Syracuse this past weekend. Nice performance. This kid Malik Renault is legit. He's real good. If anyone's watching basketball, I mean, right now they're sitting at 16-4. They play Stanford on Wednesday. They lost a couple back to back with Clemson. The Clemson loss, the FSU loss was a terrible loss. I think a lot of the players were probably at the national championship game and didn't sleep very well because they played like absolute cow dung against Florida State. Like they should never have lost that game. This team actually had won 10 straight games. They beat Georgetown, Ole Miss, Southern Miss, UL Monroe, FIU, North Florida, Pitt, Wake Forest, Georgia Tech, and Notre Dame before losing at Clemson and then losing to Florida State at home. They beat Syracuse this week, and that was a big win. Renault had a double-double. Team is strong, man. If I'm gonna be doing some stuff on them, I might do some live videos on them, like game videos. Would people be interested in that? I mean, if anyone would be interested, when I was in Tallahassee, folks, I was in Tallahassee in '97 when we lost 47-0, and I'm wearing merch in Tallahassee all the time. My neighbor was a starting tight end. You know, he was a starting tight end, man, and they fuck with me the whole time because we were shit that year. That was Adrian James's first year, I think. He was a freshman. We were 5-6. You know, we were 5-6. What's up, Lester? Welcome aboard. Um, let's see here. We got. Would people watch if I did lives on basketball? Okay, I mean, I may look into doing that. Wednesday, I don't know if that's possible. Maybe I do a joint live with Nick. I mean, we'll see because we do my weekly live on Wednesdays at 9. Game is at 9, so I don't know. Maybe I can do a live then. Then we got Saturday, 31st. It's at 4. See, I may not do every one of them, but I'll try to do as many as I can. And then but they're doing a great job, man. I wish I could. I wish I'd paid more attention to them like I needed to. But they're playing well. They got a big game against North Carolina on February 10th. That one I'm going to try to get credentialed for. I want to cover that. That one I'd like to cover. Do we play? Where's it? Are you kidding? Is this for real? Oh, come on. What? Folks, we don't play Duke. How is that possible? How is it possible that we don't play Duke? That's crazy, man. We don't play Duke in basketball. We play FSU twice. Wow. This is what happens when you have this unbalanced schedule garbage, even in basketball. You don't play every team in the conference in basketball. Oh my God. I would love to play Duke in Miami. Are you kidding? I'd love to have the Boozer boys come down here and kick their ass. Are you kidding? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So there's 18 teams in conference. We have 7. How many conference games do we have? Right now we're 5-2 in conference. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 11 conference games left. So we play 18 conference games and we don't play Duke. Am I blind? Am I not seeing? Are my eyes deceiving me? We don't play Duke. So we have 18 teams in conference, but we don't play Duke? But we play Florida State twice. That's some bullshit. Why do we need to play Florida State twice? That sucks. That sucks. That certifiably sucks. But they're playing well, man. I like what I'm watching with them. What we're not going to do here, Steve Smith, is we're not going to dog out Carson Beck. That is forbidden fruit in this area, because I think you're wrong. Number one, and I think it's massively unfair. But yeah, I'm not doing that here. He was a. You can say what you want. The dude balled out, bro. And I mean, we're not playing for a national championship without him. It's just what it is. This is crazy that we don't play Duke. I don't understand this. I wonder if Carolina plays Duke twice. Carolina plays Duke twice. And we don't play Duke at all. So I guess there's one team, that one rivalry game type thing, and one team won't get played. How could you not want to have Duke in that shit? Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like, Virginia plays Virginia Tech twice. That's some bullshit, bro. It also hurts us because we don't have a whole bunch of ranked teams in the ACC. We only got 3 ranked teams left. We got to play UNC, Virginia, and Louisville. We got to win at least 2 of those 3 games. UNC and Louisville are at home. We got to win those 2 games. We got to win at least 2 of those games, because we lost at Clemson, who was ranked. We lost to BYU ranked. We lost to Florida ranked. So every rank we cannot. Oh my God, are you serious? Are you kidding? Please tell me you're joking. They requested to leave us off because of Jay Lucas? If that's the case, I didn't know that. That's crazy. If that's true, or you're just making some shit up to fuck with me. All right, man. Be excited he's gone. No problem, Steve Smith. Got you. Wow, that's bananas that they would do that, because I would love to have seen that. Yeah, I mean that's just nuts. Because literally, if they lose those 3 ranked games and have 7 losses, they could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They could go 24-7 and be a bubble team. Like, they could go 24-7 and be a bubble team, because you can't lose every rank. That means you lost to every good opponent, and that stuff will be looked at. So you got to get some ranked wins in there. I know they got the tiers and all that stuff, but you got to get some tier 1 wins, like those tier 1 top 25 wins. Epinephrine, there are some people that just have a thing that they feel, and they can't. I don't know what. Like, I agree with you. I don't understand it. Like, this guy balled his ass off, man. If the defense had not gotten so goddamn lucky in the 4th quarter to have them commit a false start to give us a chance to get the ball back, we would have lost the game 24-21. Sorry, 24-21. We would have lost 24-21 because he would never gotten the ball back. And then you say, what about Ben? He did what wrong? Because he played well. He played better than Mendoza. Like, come on, man. Come on. That team a few years ago was special, man. They were special, and they were grown. Those were some grown dudes. Those were some old guys. That team was nice. Then Norchad Omir was a monster. He was a monster. That's weak, man. That's so weak. Why would you request to not play? Like, you would want to play Jay Lucas. You'd want to say, "Yeah, we just busted your ass, Jay." Like, oh my god, that's some LeBron James level shit, folks. Like, the guy that wants to not play Miami, and when he comes down here, he finds a way to not play. That's like when he first left Miami, and he never wanted to play when he came to Miami. He wanted to sit on the bench and had some type of fake injury or some crap like that. Like, that's just some weak sister shit. I hate that. That's bad. That's bad for sports. That's just bad for the sport, in my opinion. Yeah, man, they scared, man. I feel you. I feel you. But yeah, they play Wednesday, Saturday, and then they have a week off. Saturday. I haven't paid much attention to the women's team, to be honest. I really don't know. I'm not gonna bullshit y'all on that one. They have a completely new team. Like this stuff. Like they're 12-8. Okay, they're not going anywhere. The women aren't going anywhere. Yeah, they're not any good. Baseball seems like they're gonna have a better team this year, which is nice. I love baseball. Love to see Miami back in the College World Series. That's fun. That's always fun. That's always fun. We were gonna pay Ty Simpson $6.5 million. Leave it at that. We were gonna pay Ty Simpson $6.5 million. And he was on a team that had 45-star guys. And they went 11-4. And they got blown out 38-3, 28-7, 31-14. If Carson Beck upset you like this, you would have lost your shit next year. Because Carson Beck is better than Ty Simpson. And they're about to pay that motherfucker 33% more. It was reported that we offered him $6.5 million to leave the draft. That was the report, that we offered Ty Simpson 6.5. Okay, so then everybody sucks. Everybody sucks. Who is good to you, bro? I'm serious. Who is good to you? Who's good to you? Because if we went and got a Ferris State quarterback like Ole Miss did, you'd probably criticize that too. I mean, if you're part of that community that criticizes everything, be that. I mean, it's what it is. Did you criticize Cam Ward when we picked him up also? Because you didn't know shit about Cam Ward. He was a 6-6 quarterback at Washington State. Oh, Mensah sucks too? Wait. Why am I doing this? I'm giving you why am I doing this? So Mensah sucks too, in your opinion? I just want to confirm. I want to be 100% I understand. So do you think you said he sucks too, Mensah? I want you to reconfirm that. So if Mensah sucks too, we're about to pay him 10. He's about to live in a country club. We're gonna pay a buyout for him. Like, who is good to you? Mensah's good to you, or okay? And you had no idea. You probably had no idea who Mensah was last year. Hey man, I rage baited a whole lot of people. Mensah, he was up. He was up there. Okay, you knew about Ward, yeah, but he was a 6-6 quarterback, bro. He was a 6-6 quarterback at Washington State. I watched Ward play at Washington State before he came here. He was good. He wasn't great. When you put him in Miami, he turned into God. He was a different guy. This was not the same guy at Washington State. You had no idea what you were getting. You damn sure didn't know that you were getting that. You did not know you were getting the number 1 pick in the draft. Like, you didn't know that. Great quarterbacks make bad teams good, just so you know. The great quarterbacks make bad teams good. I think most people would agree with that. The great ones make bad teams good. Go look at who the hell is I mean, I'll put it out there. Who the hell played wide receiver for Kansas City? Who played wide receiver for the Kansas City Chiefs? Name one good one over the last 7 years. All right, man. Oh my word! I should know Steve Smith, Stephen A. Smith, or Steve Smith, the football player. Come on, man. All right, man. I'm gonna wrap this thing up, man, because this is silliness now. But hey, as soon as we find out about Mensah, I presume that he will be here tomorrow, signed, sealed, delivered. Again, his lawyer is down here in Fort Lauderdale, so there's no reason that he wouldn't be down here already. As soon as we hear something, we will post up about it. We will probably jump on Instagram or maybe jump on a quick live, depending on because I have some stuff to do in the morning. I don't know what time this will pop, but I do have some stuff to do in the morning. So as soon as I get back, maybe I jump. I mean, either I'll do a recording or I'll do a live. But hopefully, we got 2 good pieces of news tomorrow. And get this thing wrapped up so we can get going with some football, man. But thank y'all again. I appreciate y'all. God bless. Again, merch is in the site. Check it out. HurricanesUnfiltered.com. Hit the merch link. Like the video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. I thank y'all. We had a record amount of people here for Hurricanes Unfiltered Live today. I saw upwards of 135 people in here, so I thank you so very, very much. I'll design a hoodie. Yeah. I have a couple in there already, but I'll design a hoodie. Oh, Shalala ruined the program, by the way. Don't get me. You want to get me going on her? I might be in here for the next hour. Yeah, Shalala, she was a piece of shit. I hated her. She allowed so many of these great Miami kids to leave. Lester, I got nothing to say mean. I'm good. I just said that Donna Shalala was a piece of shit. That's mean. That's the truth, though. If there's a hoodie that design, if there's anything that you see right now on the site that you like for a hoodie design, let me know. Message me on DMs or Hurricanes Unfiltered on Instagram, and I'll create it. Hit the like button, man. I appreciate it. Thank y'all. Lester's my guy, man. Lester is my guy. What if Butch Davis never left Miami? I don't know, because he was a shit game day coach too. We all know that one. He was a shit game day coach too. I think he would have overcome it the next year, like without, he couldn't have screwed up 0-1. But I don't know how long it would have lasted. I mean, mind you, I was told by good sources that he was coming back and Shalala stopped it. What if Jimmy Johnson never left? Jesus Christ. If Jimmy Johnson never left, Jimmy Johnson could still be the head coach here right now, and we'd still be kicking it. We would have kicked ass for 20 fucking years with him. We would have never dropped off with Jimmy Johnson. God, dog. Hell, Jimmy Johnson, that guy looks so good for 80 some odd years of age. I mean, God, looks good, man. I guess that plastic surgery works. I mean, I remember when she basically said that Arlington Highsmith couldn't come here at a Central. Like, Ali Highsmith was so flipping good. He ends up going to LSU. Like, it was like you're just sending all the best guys out of here. And I hated her. Yeah. Butch Davis was coming back, and Donna Shalala stopped it. She wouldn't do it. So, yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. Look, we got I care about academics too. But if you've ever seen the movie The Program with James Caan, when's the last time 80,000 people came to see a fucking chemistry experiment? That's all I got to say. Y'all have a great night. God bless. You all have a wonderful one. Check out the videos. I appreciate y'all. God bless. Good night. It's Hurricanes Unfiltered live, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Come on now.